I have a graphic that I want to show you, Benji, because it shows you something about the state of the creator economy, but it's through the lens of the old creator economy, the kind of blogosphere and the news, old web. So neutrally, if you can bring up the graphic here, what you're about to see is the referral traffic change year on year to different types of websites. This is not YouTube videos. This is not TikToks. This is websites. And there's one number of all of these that I want you to look at, which is the Google search global decline over the last year. 33% decline in traffic from Google to websites over the past year.
Even more in the US, though.
And even more in the US.
Can you shrink it even more neutrally so that the vertical people can see it? I don't know. But
so, Benji, I want to hear your first reaction to this. What do you seeing here?
So referral traffic change year on year. This is massive. Almost 40% change in the US. So imagine the way I look at it is if you have 10 customers and now 4 of them don't show up like a year later, and those are 10 daily customers, whatever you're selling, like coffee to computers. Well, that's 40% less revenue, potentially. Like, and this is for Google.
Yeah.
The other ones, it's interesting. So you're saying Facebook has gone up.
As has X.
And X has gone up. Again, you're throwing all these numbers like the last week we did, or the other week we did the game with the TikTok, everything. I was surprised. Yeah, and you know what? When I look at those, I wonder how much AI has a little bit to do with it. Meaning, so why is Google search going down? Well, they're literally probably using Google's tool Gemini or ChatGPT. Okay, Facebook. What are they doing? They're implementing AI into their tools. So you can just type and Meta's AI tool is helping you. Even if it's for searching for content in Facebook, it's better because it was like impossible before that. And then so X, well, what does X have? Grok.
Yeah.
I know I like using Grok. I use Grok, Gemini, ChatGPT, okay? And the fact that X has Grok, I'm using it more. So you might not be using X or Facebook the way you were before more. You just might be using this aspect of it. That's what I see when I see these. Ultimately, it's not like a surprise. Search is kind of dead to a certain degree, or it's dying for sure. And AI tools are here to stay.
Yeah, and actually, I want to get to its relation to YouTube here in a second, as well as short-form platforms. But at first, I want to quote from the author, Charlotte Tobbit, from the Press Gazette, who created this graphic. They say, Google search traffic to publishers declined globally by a third in the year to November, according to new Chartbeat data. Overall confidence among media leaders in the future of journalism has continued to decline. In 2022, 60% of respondents to the survey said that they were, quote, confident about journalism's prospects in the year ahead, falling to 41% last year, and now 38%, so almost half over those couple of years. The report said that this was due to the adoption of AI and an expected continued loss of visibility in search and on social media, a sense that traditional media is, quote, losing touch with the sections of society, and the designation of some politicians of journalism, quote, as part of an international playbook to reduce scrutiny. The report also found that 76% of media leaders plan to encourage their staff to behave more like creators in 2026, while half want to partner with creators to help them distribute their content. So there's a lot going in there. But the first piece of the story is that, number one, AI is reducing the amount of traffic to these websites by a lot. And you're right, it's not really surprising to me, but the magnitude of that number, 30% in the last year, is very surprising to me. And it shows you how catastrophically that number is dropping. The second piece here is about creators, which is that, again, remember, these are websites. These aren't creators themselves that are reporting these declines in viewership over the last year. They're saying, these websites, that they want to distribute their news via creators. Now, of course, this is a show all about creators, and so it tells you that there is still a lot to be said about creators themselves and how they're going to become even more valuable in the coming years.
More valuable, but also in danger.
Yes.
Okay, I just talked to somebody that was talking to other course creators, okay? Coaches for YouTube and social media, and they're saying their sales have gone way down, and their reasoning was course fatigue.
Interesting.
I was like, nah, People are just using ChatGPT.
Oh, I see.
Why would you pay for something? See, with ChatGPT, it's interesting because I don't think ChatGPT is better than the course. Okay, right now you can type in the new vlog method, and it takes a couple of interviews, one specifically on Think Media, and it gives you a pretty good breakdown because I go through most of it, like the general principles.
High level, yeah.
So I'm saying this about my own course, but I know this is the case for a lot of other people. If you can get the free version, which gives you even like half of the principles, most people would love that. And so that's what's happening. So I'm talking about courses, okay? But with content, recipes, just like information, even history, documentaries. I loved watching documentaries, but man, if I can ask ChatGPT to give me the history of this thing in like the format and in the length that I want or the amount of time I have, because when you do a search on YouTube, yeah, you can pick which video and what the length is, but it's still at the mercy of that creator and whatever they determine. I can literally be like, I want a 5-minute read on the history of samurai in Japan between the 1800s and early 1900s. Boom, give it to me, okay? Is there a documentary out there? Now, to be fair, some of it might be hallucinated, but I think 80%. I think you said something really interesting. It's funny talking about this after making pizzas. You always ask the trick question, what's your favorite part of a pizza?
Yeah.
And it's a trick because most people say the dough, the sauce, or the cheese, or the toppings. You say it's the value.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is the value of AI is good enough that even though it's not better, and a good example is Costco. Costco pizza is not that good, but it's good enough at $1.99 a slice.
Totally.
So this is affecting all content, expert content, educational content, informative content. I feel like news still, because it's real time, is not being affected as much, but it's only a matter of time. I think that, reading like a article that gets put out about like something that just happened a few, like hours ago, like there's going to be a news AI chatbot. Okay?
Oh, totally.
So then everything gets affected. So what is left? It's not the thing that competes against AI. It's the thing that AI can't compete with. And it's weird things. Like when I say weird, not weird to me. It's just like, you wouldn't have thought this would be a strength of ours. Personality.
Yeah.
Opinion.
Yeah.
Perspective.
Vibe.
Aura. Who you are. Your ethnicity. Your background. Your, what do you call it? Like whatever labels.
Your identity.
Yeah, your identity. Okay. All that comes into play. And that's how we decide who we're going to hang out with. Okay. But with those other things. So YouTube content, I actually think all short form content is all competing. You just don't know. Most people are just living in denial, especially if you're a short form creator that makes a living from it. You're hiding from it. I think the smarter ones, not the smart ones, the smarter ones are trying to get ahead of it or thinking about, hey, what do I do? I have a summit coming up, okay, in a few months. We're going to have 100 plus creators from all over the country in the Pacific Northwest. The reason they're coming is because they know they have to do something different, because the theme is longer form content, live stream content. And they know, because the dirty little secret is their business is getting affected. They're not seeing as many views, or there's just a small handful of people getting more views. You have to do something different. And so inserting more personality and worrying less about like the accuracy of information or the education and all that kind of stuff, because AI is just getting better. And it goes right back to what you just said. Rachel Maddow, 15-minute video of a fake story?
Yeah, it was a fake story.
Fake story got 350,000 views. That takes away 350,000 views from a lot of creators.
Yeah.
Basically everybody on YouTube, but of course 350,000 views is nothing in the grand scheme of things. But it's still 350,000 views for one video.
Yeah.
Then you add up all the AI content and the AI search that somebody does. It's scary, but it's also something to be excited about, because if you do the thing that AI can't do, then it's like game over. You're like in a league of your own, and you're not being touched by AI yet.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I mean, I think the way that I would phrase it really simply is that what happens first to text and the web eventually happens next to video most of the time when it comes to big industry things like this. So like,
I would argue one more thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Don't you think more people are reading because of ChatGPT?
oh, totally, because they're reading ChatGPT's responses, right?
Right? Is
It's
that
crazy.
crazy?
Yeah, it is
Like
crazy.
you thought like video would be forever. I'm reading way more. 100%. Even if I use a voice, but I'm definitely reading way more just because ChatGPT, I'm reading the answers.
Yeah.
Before, guess what I would do? Go to YouTube and find the video version and listen to a human tell me. But the ChatGPT is so quick and it's like you can create. This is why. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
No. That you're 100% right. But what I was going to say is that, it's kind of like the web is like a ship on the sea, and it's headed into the middle of the sea, and it just so happens to run into this whirlpool, and the whirlpool is called AI. And it's going and it's circling this whirlpool, and it's slowly sinking down, and all of the people on this ship are, losing their minds because they're going down the whirlpool, right? And so the ship is sinking. But this other, more modern, maybe slightly better, slightly cooler ship called YouTube pulls up next to it, and all these people are trying to jump ship to go over to YouTube, right? And that's kind of what they're saying is happening in this scenario, right? But guess what? YouTube's headed in the same direction. It's also got to contend with that whirlpool. Now, again, it's a more modern ship. It's got, bigger guns maybe or something like that. It's got bigger engines. It might make it out of the whirlpool, but it does show you that it has problems to contend with as well. YouTube. So let me continue reading from this piece, which says, of the third-party platforms included in the survey, YouTube is the place most publishers plan to invest most extra effort in 2026, up from the net score of 52 last year to 74. So YouTube is the place they're all going. It's happening.
Yeah.
The second thing they say is that subscriptions and memberships remain the biggest revenue focus for commercial publishers, ahead of display, which is just advertising, and native advertising, 64%.
You want me to read it for you?
That's good. Sorry.
Okay.
Let's get to the next topic here, which is BBC.
Wait, can I say one more thing on that
please.
note, though?
Yeah.
Like, you can't get away from AI because guess what's on all YouTube videos, or most of them? The friggin' AI little sparkly thing. You press that, you get a summary. I'm using it. Like, I'm almost ashamed that I use it because I know I'm taking away from that creator. They probably get no kind of revenue from it. It's just, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not watching an ad. Well, even if I'm YouTube Premium, like, do they get something from that? Probably not. And it's useful because I save myself 10 minutes. There's so many 10-minute videos I don't watch. And you know what? If it's a longer video, it's actually even more valuable. So yeah, like I won't watch or listen to the 45-minute video if the summary is good enough.
And it's not even accounting for people who are just using Gemini and getting the answers in Gemini too, right? Like they don't even click on the video in the first place.
You cannot get away from it. You can't get away from it. So, even today, somebody was complaining about me live streaming about pizza again because I did it 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And in the back of my brain, I didn't really care that I had done it, right? See, people are making comments or caring about me doing the same thing over again because they already learned everything they can learn from me.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not trying to teach you anymore. I'm just trying to do it.
Because guess what? ChatGPT can do that.
100%. And I actually stopped doing that a long time ago because other cooks are doing it. Other chefs are doing it. Other creators who, this is their whole thing. How do I stand apart from that? I just be myself. It's the most cheesiest thing. And
he's not talking about pizza.
Yeah, I'm like just talking about all kinds of little things or just having fun. And for me, I do have a unique situation where I have an audience from my family vlog channel that just likes this side of me. It's just an extension of our family vlogs.
And your personality.
And if you're obsessed about pizza, then you'll watch it. It's
Exactly.
funny. If you're obsessed about anything, right? I mean, you love sports.
I love sports.
I don't want to put the O word on you, okay? But you love sports.
No, I'm obsessed with sports.
Will you ever stop watching sports?
No, I definitely
Even though
not.
you've seen it a million times?
Of course not.
Right? The outcome's different, so it's a little bit like...
And I like the players. I love the stories.
So it's like... And what's funny is there's always something new to learn, right? As things change. So now, I'm not going to discount this person's complaint, but what they don't understand is like that era of being the best expert, about teaching it the best way, is so behind us unless you are the absolute best. And to do that, you have to be the premium creator. And that's just not me, number one, especially when it comes to cooking or whatever. But the easiest way to have an ROI is just like be the person that no one else can be, which is who you are, and just do it for longer and find your unique tribe that wants more of that.